Odie Loke Sports Info here, back with another vid for you guys. Yeah, y'all hit that subscribe, like, bell icon so y'all can be notified of this real, because y'all know Odie Loke keeps it real. Yeah, you guys, let's get into this video because I just got, wind of this. Bernie the boxer, calls out Blue Blood Sports TV. And he basically, he just told him to stop lying. You feel what I'm saying? Because the guy, he loves to lie. And, his subscribers, they don't check him at all. Right? They don't check the man at all. Okay, now let's see. Let's go to Bernie the boxer. Okay, now listen.
My boy Vershawn was on the national championship team with the Nebraska Cornhuskers, invited me on the radio. And like he said, Bernie, get your Bluetooth speaker, play your intro song. He had a chance to play it for me on the radio. And like I say, appreciate y'all for loving the song. I think Steve did a hell of a job.
Oh, this is for educational purposes only.
It's true to me. I love it. And we're going to, like I say, I'm coming on. I'm my own producer. I'm on everything. My producer, I don't got her no more. I got to call her on the phone. But at the same time, I'm stuck doing it all by myself. So here it is. Like I say, I played it today, and I'm going to play it. Appreciate you, Brian. Chase says, Blue saying Bud ain't the same in an orthodox position. Well, they got to say something. And let me say that. Since you said that, let me say that. Let me say this. Blue Blood Sports gets on my fucking nerves. Blue Blood Sports gets on my fucking nerves. All that fake news and gossiping and Wendy Williams ass shit, when he say the fight was going to be September 17th, now why the hell would he say that stupid shit? Why the hell would he say that? Then I got people calling my phone talking about, is the fight signed? Is it going to be on the 17th? And I think that's immature on his part. Bennett, this is a hell of a fight. And like I say, people trying to get their tickets, trying to get their things in order, and everybody getting on pins and needles waiting on the announcement, and this stupid motherfucker go drop that, say that stupid ass shit, get everybody all in the rage for nothing, just for some old views and shit, sad and pathetic. That's why I don't mess with them. I show them love when I see them, respect, but I don't mess with them. I don't listen to nothing they say. I don't even turn them on. I seen a fella last night in the store. I went out to get a midnight snack. The fella said, Bernie, I don't even listen to them other guys. I listen to you. I say, appreciate you, family. That's how you.
There you have it. You feel what I'm saying? So we all know that the guy, he go around, right, and he just make up bold-faced lies. And it's like, you a 40-something-year-old man, and you have to come on the internet and lie to your subscribers just to get a subscriber base, right? Because it's obvious that your subscribers is not that bright. And I don't like to talk about people like that, but it's obvious that these people are not that bright. They don't do any research. Right? They all yes men. These cult channels are full of yes men. You feel what I'm saying? But like Bernie said, why would you just make up a lie about the September 17th when you know that whole month is basically Canelo month? Right? Canelo is going to have September sold up. Why would you even make up that lie? Right? You don't know how crazy that these fans are. You see how delusional that they are. They probably went to go and buy tickets, flights, right? They probably trying to book hotels. They don't know where the hell they going, but they just trying to do something. right? Like he said, I had people calling me up, asking me, is the fight going to be on the 17th? And these two guys haven't even sat down yet and had a discussion, right? But y'all already know the new narrative. Canelo is ducking Errol Spence Jr. And I'm not even a Canelo fan like that, but that's ridiculous. But the cult members, they fan base, they believe that stupid stuff. They actually, how can a man be up at 175 ducking a dude at 147? Is you out your damn mind? Right? Ducking a dude at 147. Right? So that means that Terrence Bud Crawford is ducking Tank. Huh? Terrence Bud Crawford, he ducking Valdez. Terrence Bud Crawford, he ducking Shakur. Don't people see how stupid that sounds? It sounds stupid, right? But the new narrative is, you guys, they trying to get the fight with Canelo and Spence in 2023. I've been trying to, man, it's like these guys, they just don't want to see Errol Spence get his ass whooped by a black man, right? And I want y'all to understand, all this shit comes from a fucking interview. All this Terrence Crawford hate comes from a damn interview. This is just how sad and petty and pathetic these grown-ass men are. They didn't put out a whole 4-year slander campaign on Terrence Bud Crawford because he didn't give them a fucking interview. And this is a fact. One of them got mad and then they all just teamed up like Voltron, right? They all just teamed up like Lego blocks and they just all just started slandering this man for a fucking interview. Oh, he doesn't talk to black media. Yes, he do. He just don't talk to stupid black media, right? He just don't talk to yes men who push a narrative for the PBC. They actually think that they don't see the people. They actually think that people don't know that they pushing narratives for the punk ass Al Heyman. Yeah, I said it. Weird ass Al Heyman. Right? Who won't even give these fools press credentials? Who won't even give these guys press credentials? Took away their press credentials, but he's so pro-black, right? Took away all their press credentials, right? Meanwhile, Bob Arum is giving black media credentials, right? I just seen a couple of people, a couple of black people at the Shakur Stevenson fight. Salute, baby Juju. Salute, brother. Come on, think about that. Now the new narrative is Canelo ducking Spence. And it actually got people, oh man, he turned down $55 million. Huh? Canelo is about to make $160 million with DAZN. Do y'all even know the numbers? He about to make shit like almost double. Fighting like people who he can beat. Right? And I'm pretty sure he can beat the shit out of Errol Spence Jr. too. Right? Jamal, he gonna fuck him up. Benavidez, I don't know why people think that Benavidez got a shot. He gonna beat him up too. All Benavidez got is fast hands. That's all Benavidez got. He doesn't have no head movement. He doesn't have no ring IQ. He doesn't have no good feet. He's not a good body puncher. Yes, he has power, but what does that mean? I don't see where people be. It's like, come on. But this is what goes on, man. But hit that like button, people. Hit that like button. Hit that like button for your boy. Hit that like button for your boy. But yeah, you guys, this is what goes on. Now the new narrative, because I've been seeing these videos, they just been popping up. Oh, not Canelo, he's ducking Spence. And you like, let me exit out of this. Oh no, Canelo ducking Spence. And you like, what the hell is these people talking about? They actually believe that nonsense? Then you look in the comment section and it got people who actually believe that stupid shit. And it's like, what? Canelo ducking Spence? Man, for me, I'm trying to look up the videos for you guys so we can see how many videos they got on it. You know? So we can see how many videos they got on it already. Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right. Here we go. We about to see the videos they got on it already. Huh? Look. This is a year ago already. It's like, damn. Okay. 18 hours ago. What the fuck, man? I'm not trying to go into no videos. Canelo Alvarez ducking David Benavidez. Hi haters, Spencer Charlo says Canelo ain't ducking me. Exactly. Thank you, Showbiz. At least you came out with the real. Man. I mean, come on. Right? That's what I be talking about. You feel what I'm saying? Now, how could they say, oh, Canelo's ducking me? Canelo ducking Spence, Canelo ducking Spence, Canelo ducking Spence. But Spence and Charlo say Canelo ain't ducking. Spence and Charlo is kissing this man's ass. They running around being nice to him. Like that's going to get them a fight. Don't even know that Canelo is looking at y'all like some straight busters. Like, what? Like, they trying to be nice like that's going to get them a fight. That's not going to get them no fight with me. Right? You feel what I'm saying? Y'all have to do something. You feel me? Come on, man. Canelo Alvarez is ducking Earl Spence, Jamal Charlo because they are black. Huh? See? It's like, come on, you guys. Man, don't you see? Man, he part of the LDBC too. That dude, MB, whatever the nigga name is. Yeah, you guys, but y'all see the narratives. Y'all see it. It's already building up. Like Canelo is really ducking these dudes. I'm not even... This is the crazy thing. Now I got to come out defending Canelo? Like I'm a Canelo fan? Just because I keep it real on the internet, now I got to come out defending Canelo because I know it's narratives being pushed. And it's like, why are we getting distracted? Don't get distracted. This is about Earl Spence Jr. and this guy I got on the screen. Earl Spence Jr. and Terrence Bud Crawford. Earl Spence Jr., Terrence Bud Crawford. Don't let them bring up Canelo and distract y'all. That's what they trying to do, right? I just showed y'all yesterday that Stantionis is trying to get his mandatory with the WBA. Stantionis is trying to get his mandatory with the WBA. So that's going to be another issue. They trying to put Canelo in there to make another issue. They don't want to fight. They do not want to fight. And I want y'all to understand all this negativity, all this hate, all this bitterness started towards Terrence Bud Crawford because he didn't want to give them an interview. One of them, not the other ones. He just didn't want to give one dude an interview. Right? And they went on a rampage and they've been slandering this man for 4 years for an interview. Petty ass dudes. 40-year-old men. Think about that. 40, almost 50-year-old men slandering this young man. He younger than them. Y'all have to always think about that. These guys are old. Terrence Crawford is 34. He's a young man in their eyes. And they slandering this young black man, but they supposed to be pro-black channels. But they don't want this black man to eat like the other black man, right? They don't want this black man to get credit like the other black man, right? Every time this black man resume get brung up, they try to slander, they try to discredit everybody on his resume, right? They try to discredit everybody on his resume like it doesn't mean nothing. Oh, who was Gamboa? Shit, obviously Gamboa was somebody because he just fought Isaac Cruz, he fought Tank Davis, and he fought fucking Devin Haney. What the hell is we talking about? Past his prime. Way past his prime. So obviously, those three fighters wanted to get Gamboa name on their damn resume. Right? That's common sense. Obviously, they wanted to get Gamboa on their resume, right? Because Terrence Bud Crawford beat him, right? And that'll be something good to say on your resume, right? That's the same thing when Floyd Mayweather beat Oscar De La Hoya. Who came right behind him and beat Oscar De La Hoya? Manny Pacquiao, right? Same thing. The only thing with the PBC and Debbie Haney them, they waited because he fought Gamboa in 2014, 8 years ago. So the whole thing with them, they waited 8 years, almost a decade, and then they fought him. But I'm just like, this it's like we ain't gonna never get on one page as boxing fans. So we might as well just call this fight just what it is. We're not gonna get this fight. They keep on saying like Earl Spence Jr. don't got nowhere to go. He don't got nowhere to go. He really want this fight. He really want, man. No, he don't. And y'all don't really want to fight. Earl sexuals, y'all don't really want to fight. It's obvious. Like the writing is on the wall now. Y'all don't want to fight. Y'all want to bring up everything else but Terrence Bud Crawford getting a damn contract. Right? This is why Tom Brown put out this little article right now so he could start confusion like this. This is why this article even came out at this point in time. Right? Because we was all thinking about where's the contract? Where's the contract? Where's the contract? Right? So he put out something to distract the boxing fans because you know that a lot of them got, low attention spans. Right? I hate to talk about boxing fans like that, but it's obvious that some boxing fans have very low attention spans, a very low IQ, right? They don't like to do research. They just like to hear you talk and they going to run with that narrative. But like I tell all my subscribers, don't believe me. I want you to look it up for yourself. Don't believe me. But even though I'm going to show you where to go, I'm going to give you a video, right? I'm going to go to the article. I'm not going to say my sources said. Oh, my sources said, because I can say that too. Yeah. Like people don't think I know people in boxing. I know people in boxing. I can say my sources told me that this and this and this is going to happen. Right? But why would I say that? I'll be lying. I'm not a liar. I have integrity. I have morals. I have honor about myself. Right? I'm not going to sell out my integrity, my honor, and my morals for no fucking super chats or no subscribers. I have to just be honest with you guys. I'm not going to do it. That's why a lot of people get mad when they come to my channel, because I go in on every boxer, even this guy on the screen. This is my favorite fighter, but I even go in on him. That's a fact. So nobody's safe on my channel, even my favorite fighter. So if you come here and you all sensitive and no. Don't be sensitive on Odilo Sports Info channel. Right? Because we talking boxing. And boxing is not a sensitive sport. Boxing is a gladiator sport. I mean, well, at least I thought it was. Right? At least I thought it was a gladiator sport where two men get up in there and slug it out. Not you getting offended off how I say something or I'm talking about your favorite fighter and you feel it's like, am I telling the truth? Yes or no? That's the bottom line. If I'm telling the truth, I mean, it is what it is. If I'm lying, call me out on it. Right? Call me out on it in the chat room and you won't get blocked like the cult member channels. I'm not going to block you. No, I'm going to be like, okay, well, you was right. I'm not going to ignore your question. Right? Because they do that a lot. You will put a question in the thing, they ignore your question because they know you won't point. They know that you know something about boxing. And they're not going to acknowledge your comment. They're going to block you. Right? So the next time you try to comment, you can't say shit. These guys. Man, a bunch of yes men for the PBC, for the Wizard of Al. Right? The Wizard of Al. The man behind the curtain who taken away all their press credentials, right? They say they pro-black. Oh, Al Heyman is pro-black. So why in the hell is he taking away all the black media press credentials? Right? Why he don't like y'all at his events? If he's so pro-black. Why he don't like y'all at his events? Right? Because all y'all start getting weeded out one by one by one by one. Then you try to blame it on the white lady. No, it's not her fault. She getting orders from Al Heyman. She's getting orders. We don't want them ignorant niggas around. Don't give them no press credentials, right? Why? Because we look at these guys' channels and they be pushing narratives. They don't tell the boxing fans the truth. They push narratives. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, you guys, it's like, man, like we ain't gonna get this fight. Like, like I've been, I hope I was praying I was wrong, man. I was praying I was wrong. I'm still hoping that I'm wrong, man. I mean, because I do really want to see this damn fight. But it's like, shit, the writing kind of on the wall now. It's like, shit, they bringing up Canelo. Shit, like Stantionis, he talking about he want his mandatory. I mean, you feel what I'm saying? Now, let me go back to that article for you guys. Let me go back to that boxing scene article for you guys. But Stantionis, I mean, he talking like he want his mandatory. So it's like, shit, we got roadblocks in the way, you guys. It's roadblock at the roadblock at the roadblock. And this is how it's going to be, man. Roadblock at the roadblock at the roadblock. Okay, let me share this with you guys, man, again. It's like, come on, man. We ain't share this with you guys one more time. Anti Imantis Stantionis feel Connor Bean is being protected. Wants shot at Spence. I'm not going to read through none of the Connor Bean stuff. I already know where to go. It's just at the end right here. My contract means I'm next in line for Spence, so I will wait for that opportunity, says Stantionis. It would be cool if I could fight him for 3 belts. It would be cool if I can fight him for 3 belts, because when you achieve one goal, you have to create new ones, and I want the other belts. I like the challenge. I want to see where I stand, and I want to see how deep I can dig and how far I can go through the fire. I don't know if Spence will fight Crawford next. I'm a sports fan too. And so I would love to see that fight, but I'm also a young, hungry fighter who wants the biggest fights. I'm contracted to fight Spence next, so maybe he gives up the belt. Belts. He said belts, but he mean belt. So maybe he gives up the belt, and I will fight somebody else. End quote. And there you have it. And I told y'all the other day, before this even came out, I said all the WBA have to do is is make Stantionis take his mandatory, right? And they tell Earl Spence Jr., you have to fight Stantionis, right? You have to fight him. If you don't fight him, you have to vacate the belt, the WBA belt, right? And what are the cult members going to be saying? Oh, he got to fight Stantionis. He got to fight Stantionis. He's going to get stripped of the WBA belt, right? Even though he owed the IBF a mandatory before the WBA. He just won the WBA on the 16th of April. So how do he owe them anything? Stantionis took step aside money, right? So I guess that does make him the mandatory, but the belt got passed to a new person. So Stantionis should wait. And the IBF should have their mandatory taken care of. He haven't fought an IBF mandatory since Ocampo, people. Ocampo. 2018. But everybody keeps saying the IBF is the strictest. No, they not. The IBF, man, like they the strictest. They make you do this, they make you do that. No, they don't. Obviously, they don't. Earl Spence Jr. didn't have this belt for 4 years. He haven't gave them a mandatory in almost 4 years. June will be 4 years. Yep, and y'all can say, oh man, but he had a car injury. He had an eye rupture. So he still could have came back after that eye injury, after that car crash, right? Instead of taking on Danny Garcia, he could have took on his IBF mandatory, right? Got him out the way. Even though his IBF mandatory wasn't a big name like that, but he could have took him on and got him out the way, right? This is all games. It's all games. It's a stalling tactic. They put out this Canelo news to distract you. Now they about to slide Stantionis up in there, right? The WBA probably gonna make a statement. Well, Stantionis, he wanted to take on his mandatory, and there's nothing that Earl Spence Jr. can do about it, right? He has to take the fight. Earl Spence Jr., he has to take it, or we're gonna strip him of the WBA title, even though he just won the WBA title. Come on. So it wouldn't make sense. It's smoke and mirrors. It's smoke and mirrors. Y'all remember when Spence said, oh, like Top Rank smoke and mirrors? No, PBC is smoke and mirrors. All smoke and mirrors. Y'all not catching on to Al Heyman routine? He has a routine. It's a pattern. He has a pattern. That man literally has a pattern of moving his fighters, right? Like everybody be, let me just get into this one more time. Everybody be trashing Keith Thurman. But have y'all ever thought, damn, Keith Thurman, he did know Al Heyman he did. Keith Thurman was in the good graces of Al Heyman before Earl Spence Jr., huh? So could Al Heyman had told Keith Thurman to, don't worry about Earl Spence Jr., just let him just talk what he talk, right? We marinating this fight, he got to build up his name, right? Because I just said this the other day. Keith Thurman was chasing Manny Pacquiao. Keith Thurman, now what up, D? D Luckett, the top of the morning, brother. So Keith Thurman was chasing, look, I just gonna keep on saying this. Keith Thurman was told to chase Mayweather, right? So he can build up his clout. But Al Heyman told Keith Thurman, just think about this. Al Heyman told Keith Thurman to chase Mayweather, right? So he can build up his name, right? Thurman was bigger than Earl Spence Jr. at that time. So what he do? He told Earl Spence Jr. to chase Thurman, right? So that can build up Earl Spence Jr. name, right? Y'all don't see Al Heyman playing? The man been doing it for years. He told Keith Thurman to clout chase Mayweather, knowing he ain't gonna get that fight, right? And he told Earl Spence Jr. to clout chase Keith Thurman, knowing that he ain't gonna get that fight. The whole thing was everybody turned against Keith Thurman, right? Because he kept getting injured. That was the only difference. Everybody turned against Keith Thurman, right, for Earl Spence Jr. They wasn't anticipating that. They was not anticipating everybody turning against Keith Thurman for Earl Spence Jr. They wasn't anticipating that one, though, right? So that's how it is. That's Al Heyman game plan. That's what he always do. This is what he's always been doing. This is what he always been doing. So everybody was all mad at Keith. Oh, Keith, oh, Keith, oh, Keith. Man, and when Keith took a break, right? Did anybody ever think that Al Heyman probably told him to take a break? Take a break, bro. You got a new family, you need to just take a break, right? You getting injured, just take a break. Did somebody ever think of that? That Al Heyman wanted him out the way so Earl Spence Jr. can go up more? Did everybody even think of that? Right? Nobody's even thinking of this type of stuff with Al Heyman. Right? Nobody is even thinking of this type of stuff. Right? Because after his elbow injury, right, he was like, okay, well, Keith, you just go ahead and vacate that WBC belt. Right? So Danny Garcia and Sean Porter, they can fight for it, bro. You just take some break. You just take a break. Right? Like, you know what I'm saying? You just take a break. Then in 2020, right, you come on back in 2020, then we're going to try to set you up with Earl Spence Jr. for 3 belts. Right? Because Keith Thurman, he said it in the interview. I'm not fighting Earl Spence Jr. for 1 belt. I'm not fighting for 2. I'm fighting Earl belts. what had happened is, let me tell you guys what happened. The pandemic happened, right? The pandemic happened, and Earl Spence Jr. flipped the damn Ferrari. And Earl Spence Jr. flipped a Ferrari. That's why the fight got messed off with Keith Thurman. Right? No, and plus Keith Thurman, he lost the Pacquiao, right? Yeah, plus Keith Thurman, yeah. The pandemic, Earl Spence Jr. flipped a Ferrari, and Keith Thurman lost to Pacquiao. Yeah, because it would have been Keith Thurman versus Earl Spence Jr. in 2020 for 3 belts. Keith Thurman told you. But since nobody don't believe Keith, since he in the bad graces of everybody, hey, it is what it is. But now that I'm starting to figure out, Al a little more. I'm like, okay, yeah, man. He had Keith Thurman chasing Mayweather, knowing damn well he ain't gonna get that fight. Knowing damn well he ain't gonna get that fight with no Mayweather. Right? Had Keith Thurman chasing Mayweather, had Earl Spence Jr. chasing Keith. Right? So they can all get clout. Everybody getting clout off each other. Then that sparring match, Earl Spence Jr. Oh man, he did it. Man, he gave Floyd Mayweather a black eye. I guess. But when has sparring, this is what I can't understand. I thought sparring was sparring. I thought sparring is nothing. You just working on stuff in the gym. When has sparring become so spectacular? I thought sparring was sparring, right? I thought whatever stays in the spar, like what you it's sparring. But when it come down to Earl Spence Jr. and Mayweather, oh my God, Earl Spence Jr. is a dog. He gave Mayweather a black eye. Huh? But it's sparring. So, but he did it. So, but it's sparring. I mean, like, how you know that Mayweather wasn't working on new shit? It's sparring. But when Earl Spence Jr. do it, it's the best thing since sliced bread. Dolomite, salute, brother, salute. Yeah, man. It's the best thing since sliced bread. Yeah, man, but Stantionis want his mandatory. They trying to distract us with the Canelo. Oh, Canelo is ducking Spence. Huh? In what universe? This ain't the multi-universe. This ain't Marvel. This ain't Marvel Comics, man. What the hell is, what's going on, man? This is not the multi-universe. We're Doctor Strange. Come on, man. Stop this bullshit. Earl Spence Jr. and the PBC, they don't want this fight. Probably some years now, you feel what I'm saying? They don't want to give up the Texas market, and that's just the bottom line. They don't want to give up the Texas market. And they don't want to risk the Texas market with a dude from Omaha. You feel what I'm saying? If Crawford probably was signed to them, like a real PBC agent, how the rest of them was, then he'll probably be able to, to get that fight. Right? Because they can maneuver him around then. But since he's not signed to them and he just want to go straight into a fight and all that, Al Heyman ain't messing with that. Man, it's not messing with this brother. Al Heyman is not going to mess with this brother. He doesn't want to sign a multi-fight deal. He doesn't want all that. He doesn't want none of that. He just wants to fight Earl Spence Jr. and then go up and fight Jamel Charlo. Right? Then go up and fight Jamel Charlo. But they not going to risk that. That's 8 belts on the line in 2 different weight divisions. Right? That's 8 belts on the line in 2 different weight divisions. And you think Al Heyman is going to risk he already destroying the PBC. Right? He already destroyed it. Right? It's already sinking, it's already sinking faster than the Titanic. Right? He already destroyed them. Now, if he give away all 8 of those belts, oh man, like his investors gonna be like, bruh, we taking this company. Give us PBC. You feel what I'm saying? You're out of here. Come on. Man, because people don't understand that Al Heyman, he has investors that gave him $900 million for the PBC. They gave him $900 million, and he better reimburse that. Right? He better come back with a profit or something, or get them back at least their money. Man, because once you get into that type of money, into that level of dough, you can't be playing with nobody money. I don't care who you is. You cannot be playing with nobody money. I don't care if you hiding. I mean, like, why y'all think he hiding? And all that. You can't be hiding. You can't be doing, bruh, we gonna find you. We gonna find you. You owe us $900 million, and you think you're gonna be in the shadows and you ain't gonna, bro, you don't think nobody can find you? We gonna find you. And you gonna pay us our money. You feel what I'm saying? But man, he done destroyed the company. It started off beautiful, started off a great company, but he destroyed it, being greedy, money. iStar got the money signs in them. Ching, 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 ching. Right? Started off great. But it is what it is, you guys, man. I just really wanted to, just expose that dude, Blue Blood, right? Because Bernie the Boxer told him to stop lying, bro. Like, why the hell you lie so much? Made up a whole date. Oh, the fight is going to be on the 17th of September. That's Canelo month. Why the hell would they even want to put something in that month, period? Why would they even want to put a fight in that month? That's Canelo month. Everybody is going to be anticipating Canelo fighting in September. That'll be a dumbass business move. Dumb. Right? Just like they trying to put on Jamel Charlo, like right after this fight with Canelo this weekend. That's kind of dumb to me. Right? Because if this fight be a decent fight, I mean, like, we're going to be talking about it. You feel what I'm saying? But Brian Castano and Jermell Charlo is for undisputed, so that is something different. Yeah, it is on a higher level. It is on a higher level. I got to admit that. But all right. After that fight, then what? What is Jermell or Castano going to do? Right? Because they're going to have mandatories. They're going to have all this stuff. So what they going to do? Terrence Bud Crawford, he want to go up there to 154 and get a belt. So what they going to do? These are just questions, people. These are just questions. Yeah, you guys, hit that like button. Hit that like button, man. You feel what I'm saying? Like, show your boys some love, man. Man, but I'm about to get ready to get up out of here, people. I've been on here for almost 50 minutes, 45 minutes and some change. And you know, man, I'm just really just tired of the narratives. We're not gonna get, oh man. No, but what good fights are coming up? Let me look at the upcoming fight schedule. Hold on, you guys. Let me go back. Let's look at it together. The upcoming fight schedule. Fight schedule 2022. Okay, 4 days ago. Let's see. Okay, let's see if you guys want to see some of these fights coming up. It should be some cool fights coming up though. Let's see. Okay, now this is for May, June, and July. Okay, now this fight is Saturday. Canelo Alvarez, Dimitri Bivol. Then we got Jermell Charlo versus Castano next week. Then on the 28th, Gervonta Tank Davis versus Rolly. Oh man, who you got in that fight? Who do y'all got in that fight, man? Rolly Romero, Gervonta Tank Davis. Who you got? I like Rolly, man. I like Rolly, man. I'm not saying he gonna win, man. I mean, you know, that'll just be crazy to think that he could beat up Tank like that. But, you know, man, I got to go with Rolly. Man, I'm just going to go with Rolly, you guys. You know, I'm just going to go with Rolly. I mean, for real, I'm going to go with Rolly, man. I like Rolly. The dude is, I mean, he's a character, man. I mean, he be having me laughing like a motherfucker. I be like, this dude's a character. George Kambosos versus Devin Haney on June 4th. And then July 23rd is Usyk versus Anthony Joshua in Saudi Arabia. So, yeah, you guys. It's like, come on. Okay, now they got some other fights. Glasgow, Scotland. Okay. Why in the hell does they bring them to Los Angeles? They brought him to Los Angeles for Castano, huh? They couldn't have brought him to Los Angeles for no Jermell Charlo. Yeah, because it does have a huge Hispanic population out here in California. Have to admit that. Has a huge one. Okay, it's gonna have Jerron Boots Ennis versus Custio Clayton on the undercard. Kevin Gonzalez versus Emmanuel Rivera. Okay, so this is gonna be on the undercard of Brian Castano and Jermell Charlo. Oh, okay. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that. Oh, damn shit. Ontario, California, Gilberto Ramirez. Oh, okay. They're gonna have a few fights out here in California. Inglewood, California. Sergey Kovalev versus Tolet Pulev. Kubert Pulev versus Jerry Forrest. Evander Holyfield versus Jermaine McDonald. Fernando Vargas to be determined. Amanda Vargas versus. Okay. And shit, that's all this month. Damn. May. Yeah, you guys, like May is kind of lit with fights. I mean, damn. Shit, it starts all the way from the it starts from the 7th all the way through to the 28th with fights. So yeah, you guys, like May, this month is gonna be lit with fights. So let's see how all this stuff plays out. You guys. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment on the video. This is Odilog Sports Info, and I'm gonna take it out with some of this music on here. And I'm gone, you guys. Peace.